I think we'll take the shot on this Treb. It's weird. I mean, an LRM-15 boat is going to be a threat no matter what we do, so yeah, I think we just take the shot on the Treb.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
To be perfectly honest, so let you guys know so that you can kind of be with me here on the tactical level and understand exactly what's happened. So, my initial plan was to try to get to this ridgeline and use the elevation to fire on the enemy. Now, what I did not count on, and what has apparently been kind of hurting us, is a lot of these guys have got long-range weapons. We've got a Warhammer with PPCs, we've got a Treb with a lot of LRMs, we've got at least one PPC or light gauze up here on the ridgeline, so the issue that we ran into is I was counting on the enemy having less long-range weaponry than we do, and so I miscalculated, and as a direct result we are now taking some damage. It's not the end of the world, but I think it's important in situations like this to take a step back and try to understand how did we get here, so that we can hopefully avoid these blunders in the future. So I think the smart money, as much as I don't want to leave our battle armor kind of hanging out here, I think the smart money is we need to pull back from this ridgeline and we need to let them come to us. Because right now they have the advantage. They have this upper ridge that they're able to fire down on us. So I think the smart money for us is to pull back from this ridgeline, let them come to us, and then we can advance again. Oh, that's definitely what I would like to do. The only problem is the Hunchback is very, very slow, and that's a lot of low ground to cross. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a little more conservatively so that we don't lose any more mags. So we'll still keep an eye on things. We'll use cover to our advantage, but I'm going to make them come to me. I am realizing quickly that we have underestimated this enemy, and it is not a mistake that I want to continue to make. Don't worry, we're not retreating. We're just tactically repositioning. Yeah, whatever that is. What is this? Oh, it's a freaking catapult. Okay. Well, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. I was wondering where all those missiles were coming from.
Let's do this.
So, you know, I think a catapult would be good salvage as well, but it's going to be very difficult for us to... No matter where we go, this catapult's going to be able to put the hurt on us. So we'll have to be very, very careful about how we do this. Again, not the end of the world.
Waiting for orders.
We just need to play smart. Yeah, we are definitely outgunned here. But if we play it smart, we can still make this work. I was definitely not expecting to walk into this kind of firepower. So for sure that's a surprise.
Confirmed.
But as always, I'm gonna make him work for it.
Yes, Commander. Receiving you.
We could. Where is the map edge? Because what I'm wondering is, oh no, there's no way to do it. What I was hoping is that we could get our galleon to go up this way and come up behind the catapult, but I don't think there's a way for us to get up. I mean, we might be able to get up right here, but it doesn't look like it. So I'm thinking we go up this way, if we can. Go up this way on the ridgeline, come up this direction, and then try to get in behind the catapult. Because if I just go through the front, we're toast for sure. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we can go. I'm gonna chance it.
Going full throttle.
I know the galleon is a scout and not a flanker, but... Well, Ernst, you're not entirely off base there. If we actually had something on the field worth salvaging, we could potentially still get some. Even if we withdraw from the contract. We've had that before. But since the only thing we've taken down has been that dervish, and the mechs that we really want are still on the field, I don't think it's in our best interest to withdraw just yet. If we start to take heavier losses, I'll consider it. I mean, I don't want to put us in a sunk cost fallacy where we end up in, like, a death spiral. But at the same time, with as much good salvage as there is on the field this mission, I really feel like we gotta at least try. The risks are high, but the rewards are also high.
Reporting.
So to me, I think it's worth not withdrawing immediately, at least. I want to try and get to a position where I can fire at the catapult without being... Yeah, there we go. I don't want the other, like the Warhammer and the Treb, to have line of sight. Because without a sensor lock, they're going to have to rely on indirect fire.
Lock in target.
And thankfully, the catapult appears to be pretty lightly armored, so that can definitely work to our advantage. So the question is, do I take the HE thumper shot at the Warhammer or the Treb and attempt to do some splash damage, or do I throw a shape charge shot at the catapult? Oh, yeah, that would be nice if we could just be like, hey, by the way, F you, I'm taking everything. That would be a nice thing to do. I would definitely not complain about having an option to do that. Especially with it being Merrick. Like, I have no attachment to Merrick. But I think we're going to go with the shape charge. We've only got a 75% chance to hit. But if we do hit, then we could potentially do some good damage. I mean, again, we're looking at potentially 55 damage on the catapult. So we'll take the shot. And there you go. As usual, Stu making the shot. Stu is another one of those that, oh, well, there we go. The battle armor got the blackjack pilot to eject, which is good for salvage. However, that now leaves our battle armor in an extremely exposed position on the low ground, surrounded by a bunch of very big guns. So,
Standing by.
I feel as if our battle armor might not be long for this world. As much as I would love to let Game Master take some more shots, he's in a really bad position right now, and anywhere else that I move him, he's going to lose line of sight. So I'm just going to move him back a little bit. We'll put him in cover. And we'll just, like I said, we will fall back a little bit, and we will let them come to us. What I'm going to try to do is, as soon as they let me control the battle armor, I'm going to try to jump jet them up here, get them behind this little, whatever this like bump, this hill, to block line of sight as much as we can, and then I'm going to try to get over here to these rocks. Ideally, if I can get behind these rocks, we can hide from everything but the indirect fire weapons, and then wait for them to come up and immediately ambush them. That's the hope, at least. But yeah, the battle armor has definitely put in the work this mission. simply by virtue of taking a mech off the field. My hope is that they survive long enough to do it again. Okay, that is... Can't quite make it out, but it looks like another dervish? Oh no, there's a Vindicator. Alright, well... A Vindicator wouldn't be a bad get. It's the 1X version, which isn't great, but we could make it work. Although at this point, I am kind of looking to up our tonnage, so, I mean... I wouldn't say no to a Vindicator if we had the opportunity, but I'd really rather get either the Warhammer or the Catapult if I can. But you know what? If I were a better actor / artist, then that would be what I'm working on, is Mr. T as a clan elemental. But you gotta do it with, like, full clanner speech, right? You gotta do it with the I do verily pity the fool. Let's see. I think our boy Whiplash can take a few hits in the APC, so let's do this. I'm gonna move you up. And... Oh, right. The active probe is not a targeted ability. Then I think we do sensor lock on the Vindicator. And then if we can take some shots down into the valley at that Vindicator, we'll be able to nullify some of his evasion. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. That's okay. So far that... Oh, well, there you go. There's the other mech. An Enforcer. Again, not a bad get. So all around, like, most of the mechs in this mission, I would not be angry to get a hands on. Yeah, if we did get the Vindicator, I would probably use it as a heavier Panther. I would probably replace the Panther with the Vindicator. If we did get it. And use it instead as our, like, long-range sniper. Let's see. Brick, speaking of... We got the Treb. Again, I want to put some fire down here on the Vindicator. But in order to do that, I have to expose us to fire from basically everything else. So I think what I'll do instead is we're going to move back into the trees, and I'm going to take some streak shots at the Catapult. Because the sooner we can take those LRMs off the field, the better. Because I can tell already that that Catapult pilot is just going to sit up there on the ridgeline the entire mission. Which, I mean, that's what I would do.
They've got a sensor lock on me. Yes, Commander.
And unfortunately, Sundance never did get to grips with the enemy. I know I said we should pull back from the ridgeline, but I also can't resist the urge to take an AC-20 shot at this Vindicator. So if the Hunchy takes some hits, I'm okay with that. It's heavily armored, so I think we could afford at least one round of damage. What do you have against Curidans, Ernst?
Target locked.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There's a reason that the Draconis Combine has the nickname the Draconian Combine. Oh.
I'm wounded. Got a weapon out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, on the one hand, I feel bad for the battle armor. On the other hand, I'm not surprised. That was, I don't want to say inevitable, but again, I'm not terribly surprised at that outcome. Unfortunately. Let's see. The Cursed Scorpion. putting myself in any kind of position to use this AC this turn is also going to expose us to fire. And without the battle armor to draw fire, maybe we don't want to do that. So... yeah, there's no cover up here, so that's going to be bad news all around. And I'm surprised. This is actually kind of strange. Like, if I get right here, I should have line of sight to this Vindicator, but it says I won't. That's very odd. That's okay. I think I'm gonna move the Scorpion back a little farther, so we'll move over here. And then my hope is next turn we put the Scorpion, like, right here on this part of the ridgeline, and then we can shoot down into this part of the valley, if any of the mechs start to come up. Well, that's fair. If Rasselhag is your Oshi, then I can understand the hate. Makes perfect sense.
Good to go.
Alright, so now we're going to potentially lose the Galleon in a move that I really ought not to take, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And that is, I'm still gonna try and go up the ridgeline here, which we can almost make it all the way up. I wish we could make it just another couple of spaces to break line of sight from this Enforcer. But yeah, I'm gonna head up here, and that will absolutely give us the flank on the catapult. Let's see. Might as well take the shot with the medium laser. I mean, I'm not planning to take out this catapult with a galleon, but I am planning to try to distract him at least.
Commander?
Speaking of the catapult and distractions, I think we take the same tack as we did last time, fire the shaped charge, hopefully Stu gets the hit.
Firing everything I've got.
And we did get the hit, plus we exposed some structure. Outstanding. You love to see it. See, I've always wondered, like, how does... because I know what you're talking about, Sierra, with the whole Swedish-Japanese thing. As a language nerd, I have always wondered how exactly that would work. Like, I understand Pidgin speech and, like, kind of like Spanglish and combining languages and things like that. But I've always wondered, like, what would a Swedish-Japanese combination language actually sound like? And I have to go with Gravelion's impersonation here of Bork Bork Desu. You know, I can only imagine it as an affront to everything spoken language. Like, every spoken language would shake its head in disgust at whatever abomination. Let's see. Got the Panther. We're in a decent position where we are. I don't like... the only thing that's got a shot on us right now is the Enforcer and the Catapult. What is the Enforcer packing? A large laser and an AC-10. So the only threat from the Enforcer at this range is going to be the large laser. I think we move up here. Continue to advance away from the enemy. And continue to take shots. Because thankfully Ozark is extremely accurate with this Panther. So we're basically guaranteed to hit with her. The only sad thing is that we don't do a whole lot of damage with the Panther, but... I mean, Astsol, you say that, I think, as a joke, but...
Ready for orders.
I don't know. That actually sounds interesting. Like, there are some very interesting combinations of Swedish and Japanese food that I think would be fun to try, at least, in concept. It might be terrible, but I think it'd be fun to try, at least. Let's see. Yeah, I think same thing with Game Master. We're just going to continue to fall back. I'll keep him in this Defilade. to kind of block line of sight and then use him from an ambush position, because where he's at right now, like you can see here, he's kind of in a dip in the ground, which means these guys will not be able to see him or hit him. So if any of them come up this ridge line, then we immediately just roll Game Master out and take the shot. But they seem to, like, the AI is not stupid in this regard. They seem to be very, very reluctant to advance. Like, they're just camping this ridge. They're not coming down after us. Which is smart. Again, that's exactly what I would do. So I can't fault them for making the sound tactical decision. See, I'm not gonna lie, Gravelion. I am not a great cook. Like, I can cook, obviously. But now I kind of want to try that. Like, go on Kickstarter and start the, you know, the Draconis cookbook, and just try to mash together Swedish and Japanese cuisine.
Orders?
We'll continue what we're doing here. I am gonna throw a tag at this enforcer. Not that I expect it to do anything.
That should have hit.
We didn't even hit.
I've been sensor locked.
I mean, I had a roommate, Sneaky, that I lived with for, good lord, I want to say like 5 or 6 years that we lived together, and my roommate was exactly the same way, where they, like, if there weren't instructions on the box, they could not cook to save their life. They would starve. And then again, he pretty much lived off of cheeseburgers and pizza. So, like, every day he came home from work and either he had a bag of McDonald's in his hand or he was ordering Domino's pizza. So,
Yes, Commander.
I'm surprised that dude didn't die of a heart attack, considering his diet. Alright, let's see. We got the trench bucket. I think we're in a good position here. The enforcer's got a shot, but that's okay. I'm going to do the same thing we did before. I'm going to move back, and we'll take the shot at the catapult again. Just going to continue to put the hurt on the catapult as much as I can. Speaking of, I think we Battle Lord here. Give ourselves a little more accuracy and damage. We've already breached the armor on the catapult, so I want to try to monopolize on that.
Damn, let's do this.
Holy crap! We got the engine destruction. Unfortunately, we destroyed a lot of other parts as well. Damn it, only one salvageable part. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm disappointed that we're not going to be able to salvage the catapult, but I am happy that it is no longer a threat.
I'm here.
So already we're kind of starting to turn this thing around. I could run the Hunchy up here. Again, the Hunchback has not really fired a shot in anger. I mean, we took one shot. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna move the Hunchy up and take a shot at this Warhammer. Because if I can put some damage on him now... As a matter of fact... Do you? Yes, you do. I remember last stream, we finally got Sundance up to the point where she can make called shots, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So let's take a 52% chance at, I guess, the legs. Yeah, neither one of the legs has been hit yet, but, you know, a headshot wouldn't be a bad idea. But at 7%, I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's see. It's an AC-20 though, right? We have to take a 10% chance to get an AC-20 headshot, don't we? Like, because it's probably not gonna happen, but if it does, I'm gonna do it. Chat, cross your fingers. Here we go. We're hoping for that 1 in 10 chance to get an AC-20 cockpit shot.
Roger. Target confirmed.
I think either we got the head and didn't get the full kill, or we hit the right torso.
I've been sensor locked.
Because for us to expose this structure like that...
Armor holding. Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
I agree. Let's make it happen.
Yes, Commander.
So they're not advancing the way that I thought they would, which means that our Scorpion is not going to have quite as good a shot as I had hoped. But I can move up here with the Scorpion and avoid fire from these guys while still taking a shot at the Enforcer. So let's do that.
Target is confirmed.
And we did get both hits, which is outstanding. Oh, does it have 45 armor on the head? Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to that. But yeah, we did hit the head. I'm not sure what we hit the head with. And for whatever reason, we don't have a visual anymore on the Warhammer, so that's a little odd. But there is... See, here's this thing. Here's this 60-ton vehicle, though, is the thing. And I don't know what this is, but I feel like we haven't even... I'm gonna move up here. Screw it. I want to see what this vehicle is. I still hear our clanking from the battle armor that unfortunately has died. So it's a holy sweet God. Well, there you go. A laser carrier with 8 medium lasers. It is, in fact, a disco ball. So if this thing decides to turn around, I think our galleon is toast. But at the same time, it's good to know that this is an intermediate range enemy as opposed to being like, you know, some ungodly 60-ton tank. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the target painting on the Enforcer just because it's about the only thing we can do with the galleon.
Copy.
Let's see. Our Snipey Panther is actually in a good position, so I think we just stand and deliver.
Commander.
I'm not even gonna move. I don't think we need to. So yeah, again, let sniper more sniping. Yeah, 8 medium lasers is funny as hell. I remember in vanilla BattleTech when, and this was back towards the beginning, before they implemented the idea of specific hard points for weapons, you could basically, like, if you could fit the weapon in there, you could, like, that was it. And one of the builds that I did that was crazy effective was I would take the fire starter, just the baseline fire starter, and fill it with small lasers. And, like, we're talking 12, 14 small lasers on a fire starter. And once you got to the point in the game where you had double heat sinks, you could just run up on people and melt them with small lasers. Because the fire starter is so fast, you could just run up in there and burn people down. Because the small lasers were broken. They're only half a ton, so... like, even on something light like a fire starter, like, you could do the same thing with a commando back then. You couldn't load them with quite as many, but you could just fill them up with small lasers and turn them into just insane damage dealers. But speaking of insane damage dealers, while we've got the morale, what do you think, chat? Do we go for another headshot? I think we go for another headshot. And we still got 99% chance to hit, so even if we don't hit the head, we'll still hit something. Plus we're using a volley of LRMs, which means more chances to get the random headshot. So yeah, I say we do it. Yeah, there you go, Sierra. Full alpha. Take the headshot. Called shot on the head, structure exposed. I think we actually got the headshot on that. Holy shit. That is beautiful.
Waiting for orders.
Remember that time that Santa Claus kicked the shit out of us because they kept taking headshots? I think that's what we're about to start doing.
We can do
So of course, Battlelord is off a cooldown. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, is take the shot with Stu. I think we go HE, and I don't think I'll be able to shoot. Yeah, I can't shoot at the Warhammer, but what I can do is... Oh no, it's not gonna let me attack the ground, is it? Why can I not attack ground when I take Battlelord? That feels like an oversight. Right? That's strange. Because all the abilities are on cooldown. Or you know what? It might just be a hard-coded thing where you can only use one ability per turn. Because it's also disabled precision shot as well, so I think that's just a hard-coded limitation where you can only use one ability. It's okay. Not a big deal. If that's the case, then I think we still take the HE shot? No, let's do Shape Charge. Because if we get lucky and hit him in the head, because the artillery shell is going to be coming down. So if we get lucky and we hit him in the head, this could be a banger for us. Let's do it. Stu, take the shot. Let's see what you get. Did not get a headshot, but we did get the hit. And there's the Vindicator, finally coming up the hill after us. Actually, now that I'm looking at the terrain, I don't think... they might be able to get up there. But I think they're just hiding in the defilade. Yeah, I don't think they can actually climb up there. I think they would have to go around this side to actually get up the hill. Yeah, you're right, Erst. It might have been a better idea to go with the HE because it spreads the damage out, but that's okay. The Enforcer's not down just yet. And actually, I wish we had visual on this Warhammer because I want to know if we strip the armor off the head. But we did strip the armor off the head on the Enforcer, so yeah, if we can put some HE on it, I think we've got a good shot. Speaking of, like, why can we not see this Warhammer? That's really weird. Let's see. Where... I saw it. Show me the magic pixel. Okay. So the only way that we can take the shot is to move up here, but I don't want to do that because then we give everybody a shot at Game Master, and I don't want to... I definitely don't want to put him in that position. So maybe... Let's see, I'm examining the terrain here. Because what I want to try to do is if we can get down here and maybe block line of sight. Let's see, he's missing armor on the right side, so I think let's go ahead and do it. Worst case scenario, if he does take hits, he'll be taking them on the left side, and hopefully he can tank a few more hits. Is it worth the precision strike? Oh, he doesn't actually have it yet. That's okay. We'll just take the shot. And we took an arm off. So there goes the AC-10. So yeah, that takes the AC-10 off the field. Good deal. 15 bean soup. Oh man, plus cornbread? Now you're making me hungry. I think any soup is better with cornbread, but that's just me. Again, I am a country girl, so, like, cornbread is my jam. So we still got the APC. I think we just move him up, let him take some hits, but it'll also give us some intel. And let's see. I think we take the shot with the tag on the Enforcer. Actually, you know what? Hold up. If we do the sensor sweep, what's the range? Within 350 meters. Does it not visually show the range? Because what I could do is this. Just hit him with the sensor lock. Yeah. We're pretty close to the end of the turn, but I say we do it. I want to know what the story is with this Warhammer. Did we actually get the headshot? We did not. We stripped the armor off the torso. I could take the shot here. We could take the shot at the Enforcer. I think we're out of morale, though, at this point, because we don't have access to the precision shot anymore. So I think we go with the smart money and take the shot at the Vendy and try and take him off the field. Rex, good to see you again. Glad you could make it. Take care of the pooch first, of course, especially if you just got home. That's not a bad point. Let's see. No. It does have an ammo bin, though, for the SRMs. So yeah, there's definitely an ammo bin there. We could get an ammo critical. Unfortunately, we do not have a shot with Sundance for some stupid reason. Like, I don't understand what's going on here, right? So we have visual on the Warhammer because we did a sensor lock on it. But if you look, like from right here, we can clearly see the Warhammer. So why is it that none of our people have a shot at the Warhammer? Like, the only reason we can see it right now is because I used sensor lock on it. I have no idea what voodoo magic this Warhammer pilot is using, but he is impossible to get a visual on and impossible to hit for some stupid reason. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. In the meantime, but here's the thing, though, and this is the way that I'm looking at it. If we can't see the Warhammer, then that means it shouldn't be able to see us either. So, if we get to a point where the Warhammer's the only thing that's left, at that point, he's screwed. So, in the meantime, if he's just gonna sit there and hide, I'll focus on taking the rest of his friends off the field. So let's see if we can take the... Well, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to take a shot at the Enforcer because if we can hit, the Enforcer is already critical on his stability. So if we can hit with this AC-20, we can absolutely knock him down. So let's see. Where can we move to that will give us a shot? It might not be the smartest thing to do, but I'm going to move up here on the ridge. And we're going to take the shot with the AC-20. So let's take the shot. And we got the hit. Beautiful. Took out the right torso as well. And homeboy's going to be taking a dirt nap. Take a break, loser. You earned it. Yeah, those are the things that you love to see, Gravelion. When you get, like, you have some little tiny vehicle or a light mech or something, and just happens to get that 1 in a million shot that takes out some massive target. That's the best feeling in the world. Welcome back, Rex. Hopefully everything was good with the pooch. And I'm doing well. Sounds like everyone else in chat is having a good day as well.
Awaiting orders.
Hopefully your day is going well, because I like that word, apparently. Okay, wait a minute. We might have found the hacks. We have found the hacks to be able to hit the Warhammer, guys. So apparently, like, we're so close to the Warhammer we can't see it, but now we can. I mean, I don't know. I think we head into the defilade, and because it's a treb, I'm gonna focus on the head here and see if we can just take this guy out. So we got a gyro crit,
Forward to critical hit.
and gyro destroyed, and there we go. Got him to punch out. Nice. Nice. So that's another gun off the field. Okay, well there's that medium laser shotgun.
Minor, Commander.
Which, interestingly enough, did not immediately one-shot the galleon. Alright, well, apparently the Warhammer pilot has found his scrote again and has decided he wants to throw down. Unfortunately, he's also making the mistake of getting his heat very high. So, Sparrow with the AC-5. I think we're in good shape here. Actually, let me see. If I move back just a little bit,
Yes, Commander.
and I'm gonna take shots at this laser shotgun, because it's just a Scorpion. And it's a carrier, so it's gonna have really light armor. And if I can put us in a position where I'm able to, like, do damage... Speaking of, intensify firepower, how much damage do we do? Oh, yeah, with just a medium laser, I don't think it's worth it, but that's okay. I think we do this, and it's probably not a smart move. I probably shouldn't be putting myself in a position where the Warhammer can shoot at the galleon. But, I mean... yeah, it is a funny move. That's the part that makes me want to do it. So I think we move right here.
On my way.
And again, it's not the sound tactical decision, but I don't make sound tactical decisions. Like, I am legit waiting for the random roll where we just get a frickin' headshot on this thing again.
Aye, aye.
Because with this galleon, we have several times over the course of this campaign gotten some lucky shot through breached armor that ended up critting a mech.
Copy.
So I am 100% willing to roll the dice on getting another one like that. Let me see. I really want to try to salvage the Warhammer. I really, really do. But on the flip side of the equation, it's the biggest threat on the field. We don't have enough morale to do a precision shot, so I can't try to take the headshot. Though with a PPC and some long-range missiles, I think we still take the shot. Like, again, salvage is great, but having people not die is better. So let's take the shot on the Warhammer, see if we can at least de-arm him a little bit. So we did not. But thankfully, we do get the sensor impaired status debuff because of the PPC. So now we're in the decisions territory, and as we discussed before, we're gonna go HE and we're gonna fling it at this Warhammer and hopefully get lucky with the splash damage. So let's see what we get. Come on, Stu. Tell me something good. Man, and of course, the one part we didn't hit with the splash damage was the exposed torso. Go figure. That's alright. And now my man, Game Master. He's taken some hits, but he's still in the fight. It's a 70% chance to hit. But if anybody was ever going to make it, Well, Bamboozle, I wasn't necessarily trying to hit the head with the Warhammer, but it does have an exposed side torso that I was hoping we would get some damage on with the HE, but we did not. Which is fine. It's okay. But let's take the shot here. Hopefully we get some stability damage. We might even knock off a weapon system or two. Again, if anybody was going to make a 70% chance to hit, it's going to be Game Master. So here we go.
Firing full complement on enemy.
And you're goddamn right. 69%. Nice. And he made the shot. I don't know what he hit, but he did make the shot. Yeah, the one you were thinking of, Bamboozle, was the Enforcer, which we did not get the headshot kill, but we knocked him down and then got him to eject. So, we did already take that mech off the field, thankfully.
Confirmed.
Let's see, Whiplash. I'm gonna just continue to do what we're doing here. So I think we throw the tag on the Warhammer, increase our accuracy against him. And we're gonna stress him out a little bit, apparently. I absolutely would not be against the idea of stressing this Warhammer pilot out and making him eject. Oh, did we really? Dang it. See, this is weird. I have been... The last 2 streams, I've had some issues with dropping. And I don't know if that's Twitch or if it's me. That's unfortunate. I'll have to go look at my latency on the router and see if there's an issue there. It might just be a service issue. Yeah, I apologize for anybody that's gonna get an ad now because the stream came back up. I have minimized the ads on the channel, but unfortunately, Big Daddy Bezos will not let me do that. I can't completely get rid of the ads. Yeah. Oh, I see. Well, thank you for the support, Bamboozle. And I did drink some water. But yeah, I have minimized the ads on the channel as much as I can. But unfortunately, Big Daddy Bezos says that I either have to run pre-roll ads or I have to run ads in the middle of the stream. So I have opted to go with the pre-roll ads, and then that way, basically you guys are going to get the ad at the beginning of the stream, and then that's it. You should not be getting any more ads. Unless we get disconnected like we just did. But yeah, in case you guys missed it during the ads or because of the disconnection, thank you, Bamboozle, for paying forward the gift sub. And now I kind of feel bad for Sneaky because he's like the only person in chat besides, yeah. Now that Ostsol has the sub, now Sneaky's all alone in Nicole. Anyway, where were we? Alright, we got Sundance here. I think... I don't know. Like, I still want to... Dang it. Rex, stop it. Stop it. Thank you, again, Rex. And, welcome to the cult. Welcome to the cult of K-Kona, Sneaky. See, I'm not... So here's my thinking, chat, and you guys chime in on this. Part of me wants to use Sundance and stick to our plan. Take the Warhammer off the field, because it's dangerous and we have not removed any weapon systems yet. However, currently, this Warhammer is on the verge of overheating. And I think, at least for one turn, that means he's probably not going to fire the PPCs. So that means for one turn at least, this Warhammer is not really going to be a threat. I would like to have people that can focus it down while trying to maximize salvage. By using Sundance and the AC-20, we run a very legitimate risk of just destroying this Warhammer. Don't tempt me, Rex, because I will DFA if given the opportunity. The only downside to that is I don't actually have any mechs with jump jets currently, but it's on the to-do list. You know what? That's a great fucking idea, Erst. I don't know why I didn't think of that. There you go. There's the solution to the problem. AC-20 on the Vindicator, medium lasers on the Warhammer. And there we go, machine gun explosion, engine destroyed. Unfortunately, only one salvageable part. That is unfortunate, but I'll take it.
Standing by.
Again, I would rather lose a Warhammer than lose a pilot. Again, I think we just stand and deliver. I mean, at this point, we are in the wrap-up. I don't think there's a whole lot. I mean, I could absolutely be wrong here, but I don't think there's a whole lot that we have to worry about at this point.
God damn, let's do this.
Yeah, there you go. I meant to do that. That was the intent the entire time. I totally meant to destroy a Warhammer with medium lasers.
No retreat.
I mean, to your point, Sierra, I have not found a problem in BattleTech that I cannot solve with an AC-20.
Moving out.
Like, the AC-20 is effectively the duct tape of mech weapon systems, in that
Confirmed.
if you have a problem, the AC-20 can solve it, assuming you can hit with it.
I'm ready for orders.
And once again, this galleon, I'm gonna get the galleon out of here. Be perfectly honest with you. I'm not gonna completely retreat, but I am gonna get away from that medium laser shotgun. Because we've taken 2 hits from it, and I don't want to risk a third. Alright, let's see. So we got the Sniper Panther up. I think we'll roll up here, take some more shots at the Vendi, see if we can get him off the field.
Confirmed.
There we go, sensors impaired.
Yes, you are.
Still no engine crit.
Waiting for
Props
orders.
to that guy. I don't know what they're feeding him, but clearly it's working. Yeah, let's take an HE shot. Fire the thumper at the Vendi. I'm just gonna focus him down, see if we can get him gone. And you know what? Props to that guy. He's not going down without a fight, which that's an admirable enough mentality. Alright. So now we're gonna get Game Master up on a hill, since all the dudes, all the Warhammers and catapults and stuff are off the field. Yeah, exactly. And as if to prove your point, Sierra, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna get aggressive, we're gonna roll right up here. Actually, do we have a shot at the Vindicator? We do not. So I'm gonna take a shot at the Trab. It's only a 63% chance to hit. But hey, you know what? It's Game Master. I have confidence.
Giving him a solid connection on that one.
You see that? That's why I love this man. That's why I love this man. Game Master has been MVP/Employee of the Month for like 3 streams running now. Because no matter what the accuracy says, he always seems to manage to make those shots.
Light damage, Commander.
I mean, 60%, he'll hit. 30%, he hits. 95%, that's gonna be a miss. But you know what? Everybody's gotta miss sometime.
Orders
I kind of want to get the APC down into the fight, but it's so slow. Like, I was hoping to get a tag on there, but whatever. It's fine. I will just fling a tag at this. Why are you not... Okay, so I have to move here to get the shot. That's
Moving
fine.
to full throttle. Copy
Let's see if
that.
we can get the tag on the trip. There you go. Pizza party. That's the real reward. You know, the pay is nice, but really, it's the pizza party that everybody's here for, right? Unfortunately, without the jump jets, Sundance is not really in a position to do much in terms of damage this turn. And the Treb is wisely G'ing the FO instead of staying where I can hit them. So I'm going to have to run Sundance down here to actually get the AC-20 into a place where we can use it. Guys, don't tell Sierra.
Aye, aye.
If he asks, you guys are just here for fun. Yeah, see, some of the folks in the company, we don't actually pay anybody like a paycheck, but we do occasionally hand out tokens of gratitude. So yeah, that's what that's about.
Come on, people.
Oh.
Let's make it happen.
Okay, well I was just hoping for a knockdown, but I'll take an ammo crit instead. Well, as long as you promise not to whine or cry as much as your namesake, then I guess that's acceptable.
Yes, Commander.
Which, speaking of, that was... I had a discussion with somebody one time about Evangelion, and the person that I was talking with essentially said something along the lines of, like, I couldn't get into the show because I hated Shinji as a character, and I'm like, yeah, I know, that's the point. You're not supposed to like him.
Yeah,
Like,
Commander.
functioning as intended. I would argue that Shinji is probably the least sympathetic character in that show.
Orders?
I kind of want to get back into the fight, but I also don't want to lose the Galleon. I'll do this instead. Because the Galleon has this insane mobility, we're going to go down here, and then we're going to shoot this Vendy in the back with a medium laser. It's only a 51% chance to hit, but screw it.
Taking a shot.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
That's a miss.
Alright, let's see.
Commander.
We got our Panther. And again, this Vindicator is kind of getting on my nerves for how well they are avoiding my line of sight. Like, I am genuinely surprised that this frickin' Vindicator just continually happens to be right where I cannot see or hit him.
Commander?
But you know what? I have a solution to that problem.
Warriors, it's
And it's called a Battlelord Shape Charge Thumper round.
commencing Alpha Strike. What? Critical hit.
And there goes the leg. Nice. As usual, Stu out here putting in the real work. Yeah, I would have liked to have saved the battle armor as well, Urs, but unfortunately the way things worked out, like, they got thrown off at the very beginning of the turn, but after their initiative phase. And at that point it was pretty much a foregone conclusion. But thankfully, with the knockdown, we managed to get the crit, and the Vendy is now off the field. So That just leaves a medium laser shotgun that we need to take care of. And then this mission is over. And we've already done some damage to the carrier, so... Like, if we can just find the shot... Speaking of...
Rolling.
Speaking of... Shut out. 79%? I mean, this is like a foregone conclusion, isn't it?
Firing a full. One less target.
And there you go. The AC-20 snipe from across the ravine. Game Master, once again, coming in clutch with the shots. You love to see it.
Successful.
Outstanding job. Outstanding job. So yeah, there we go. I was a little worried at the beginning of that mission, but I'm glad that we stuck it out. Yeah, no, really. Game Master is the king of the half-court shots with that AC-20. He is... Like, I feel bad for having put him in the galleon to basically be bait for the first part of this campaign, because he has really come into his own since I put him in that hetzer. But yeah, so we made a bunch of... we got all of our secondary objectives, so we got a bunch of extra money. We got good reputation. A little bit expensive on the ammo cost, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. AC-20s are expensive to field. And yeah, once again, another 2 months. I swear, and at the risk, again, at the risk of this being taken out of context, in this mercenary company, I spend way too much time on my back. All right. I mean, to be fair, we've had more than our fair share of friendly fire incidents, although no one died as a result. So let's see. We've got some... Well, we've got full salvage on the Blackjack, so we could potentially go for that. We've got 3 parts on the Dervish, the Enforcer, and the Treb. 2 parts on the Vindicator. And unfortunately, only 1 part each on the Catapult and the Warhammer. So, as much as I would like to go for the Warhammer, or even the Catapult, I don't think there's much point in taking those parts because it's gonna... I mean, we're gonna have to run into more of them. I think... I don't even know if the Blackjack is worth it, though. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against the Blackjack. But, at this point, we're trying to get out of that tonnage. Like, I'm trying to get out of the medium and light tonnage. I'm trying to ton up. Plus, in order for the Blackjack to be a good get, we would have to spend all of our picks on it, and then we'd also have to get lucky and get that 4th part. Meanwhile, let's see what other weapon systems we have available. Let's see what else they had. So we got some streaks, we got some engine cores. Man. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna do something real quick. Hold on just a second, chat. Because we are having some issues here with Twitch, and I'm curious if it's a Twitch problem or if it's a me problem. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, bitrate looks good. I mean, it's gotta be Twitch. Because I'm not showing a drop connection for, like, the last 20 minutes. So that's I apologize for that, but unfortunately I don't have any control over Bezos' TV not working properly. But let's see. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's not a bad idea. I think because the catapult is so common and would be useful, I think we do that. I think we take the catapult, and I think we take the larger engine cores, which we can then sell to get ourselves some money. What do you think, Chad? You good with those picks? Because honestly, this salvage is not nearly as good as I thought it was going to be, especially because the two big ticket items that I wanted to get, it didn't really work out. But I think the catapult is a good get. It's a common design, and we can make the money. Yeah, so I'm kind of with you on that. I really am. Because I do love a Warhammer. I really do. And we got to start somewhere. You know, think about it like this. If we were in the same mission and we got 3 Warhammer parts, then I'd be angry because we didn't have the one part that we needed to complete it. So, to my mind, by taking this one part late now, it's an investment to potentially build one in the future. So I think we ditch the 200 core. I'm going to take the Warhammer part. We'll sell the 275, and then I'll probably end up selling most of whatever the rest of the salvage they give us. So let's see. So they gave us a bunch of mech parts anyway, including some Treb parts. Some more engines. Okay, okay. Actually, these aren't bad gets all around. So I think we sell this, we sell this. And I can't sell mech parts from this menu for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I think I'll sell the dervish parts. And I might even sell the Treb parts too. But yeah, that's not a bad payout. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep the 275 for now. I was thinking about selling it, but because we got the other engine cores, oh yeah, for sure, we're gonna play at least one more mission. Maybe more than that, depending on how long it takes. But yeah, now, because we got a couple of other engine cores that I was able to sell, I'm good with saving the 275.